My favorite personality thing, Alienated Achievement by Marissa Neibert. Alienated achievement is when an adolescent who has experienced an identity crisis has no occupational goal and criticizes the system. Alienated achievement is so interesting to me because it represents a feeling that you are different or separate from society, your explicit rejection of society's dominant values or norms. It causes a reduced cognitive ability to apply your own values and moral reasoning to situations. These two ideas can be immediately connected because it takes effort to swim against the tide. In other words, it gives you more temptation to go with the flow. Society constantly offers people values and frames, and if you can't relate to these, it may cause your brain to stray away from common sense. Common sense is simply the collection of fixed frames that you use to understand what you experience and what you hear. If your common sense is being strongly pulled in one direction, you might even find that your own priorities have shifted in the direction of that result. This making it feel like you are lost in society because you cannot follow or have the same values as the society you are in. It's crazy to me that it is so easy for societal norms to change your outlook on life. A good example of alienated achievement occurs in a child's life. Children who are most vulnerable to an alienation reaction are often sensitive children. They are often bright children with a strong sense of right and wrong as well. Little did we know, the eldest child is often most vulnerable. This is the child who entered into a world where two people became three people, and as such experienced an outpouring of love from two forces that are met in an eternal world of that child. Later children enter a world which have already divided into three parts, and the dilution of the original investment of love appears to have an impact on the risk of alienation. An alienated child usually has one parent who's extremely intense in emotion and psychological reaction, creating a subjective flow of feeling between parent and child in which the child is a hyper alert to the actions and reactions of the parent. Alienation can also occur in situations where a parent requires a child to please them more than they should, basically manipulating the child into feeling as if they always have to please their parent. This can lead the child to feeling in denial or feel a distortion of reality and disbelief towards anything or anyone who challenges their parents' views, feelings, or opinions of the world. It's crazy to me that the mind of a child is so easily manipulated by their uprising by their parents. If it were so easy for the parents to understand that their actions can change their child's whole life existence, then maybe parenting ways would be different. In order to avoid alienation, I believe parents should take a bigger consideration when planning to raise and take care of their child. If they are not ready to be stable parents and be there emotionally for their children, they should take a step back and realize how they were raised by their parents and maybe consider all of the values and traits that are handed down and try to build a better life for their children.